Okay, breakdown 5. We are speeding through this. So I think we need to get this bounce at the end resolved. So we have our contact, we have our feet hit the ground, fist hit the ground, and then low point of the hips. And now we need this high point, so the recovery. So I think if we just scrub through the reference there, that is somewhere around 77. Yeah, I think 77, 78. So I don't think we need to do our usual thing here of switching to linear, as these poses are very similar. But I will select all the controls and set a key, but I'm just going to leave it on flat stepped, and then we can work from the hips. So I grab the hip control. I'm just checking the reference for the height they're moving, so it's just rising slightly if I go between those two frames. It's actually moving forward a little too. There's some rocking on those hips there. I also notice a nice heel raise, which is cool. We should definitely get that in. So I'll just rotate that heel forward. I think it also needs to move forward a little bit from the tip of the foot, so I'll do some toe tip X as well. There's a nice little rock on the knee there actually. It'd be nice if we could get that too. So we have to move the whole body forward to get the knee to drop. There we go. Again, reference for the win. Just checking in that perspective view here. Oh, what's that? I just see as well that the hand, we need to correct that. We need to set a pose on it basically, but you see the control moves away from the rig itself, so your arm is going to be hyperextending. So whenever you see that, it's always best to pull that control back to where it should be. It looks like in that reference the hand is just locked in space. So let's do something similar. It kind of keeps its position. Let's see, it looks like the chest is rising slightly in that reference as well. So I think we should grab the body and just rotate that back just to raise the chest slightly too, so the whole torso can move up. I feel like we should push the chest twist a bit as well, just so that it feels a bit more connected to what the arm's doing. So if I just grab the chest and just rotate it round a bit more, just exaggerating the timing on that twist of the chest from the reference. Let's just take a look at it against the reference actually and step through a few times. Cool, again, more progress made. Just look at this landing a bit more closely. Maybe we need to just push our guy forward a little bit more. I tend to just pick a point like a knee or the back of the hips and look at the same point on the reference and see how far it moves, and just see if we need to move ours a little bit further. You can look at the body as a whole, but sometimes it's best just to pinpoint little areas so you can see more clearly. Something funny going on there on the knee. Just has a big drop in it here, which is not in the reference, so let's try and remove that. So is it toe tip? Not really. I think I might have to just pull back slightly actually on that body, just so we reduce the amount it drops. Just felt a bit unnatural. And that's starting to feel better. A little bit more toe tip to raise it slightly, just trying to get closer to the key before it. Cool. And then I notice our hand just needs popping back. So let's copy that pose over, but just give it a little bit of motion so it's not the exact same point. It'll feel a little weird if it's locked on this in space. So let's hit play and see how it's feeling. Okay, pretty good, right? Starting to feel like a real shot. Well done if you've made it this far. This is not easy stuff, especially if you've never done it before. So it's cool. I think we've got a good illustration now of the landing. We're starting to feel some of that bounce on the landing, the impact is getting there. I think what we're missing obviously is the leap from the ladder or the platform. We're just going from this stretch pose, from this seating pose, sorry, to the stretch pose. Just missing a bit of information there. But otherwise, I think we're in a really good spot. So not much longer, I think, and we will be through this blocking stage. And we're really kind of pushing this blocking stage, I think. We're adding a lot of detail, but it's really going to help us when we move into animation and polish. So it's all about laying the foundations, which we are doing in abundance. So version up, save your scene, and I'll see you in the next lesson.